Happy Tuesday. Um, I'm gonna work on animation today, but I wanted to show you the dragon really quick. I've been working on. I have a little bit of a rig ready now. She's not perfect, as you can see, but she can bend and wiggle her ears, and starting to get some IK bones in, which basically just lets me control whole areas of limbs like that. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. So she's almost ready for 3D animation. Dun dun dun. We're not gonna do that today. We're gonna do good old-fashioned drawing today. And it's a relatively short scene, but there's a lot of people in it. A lot of stuff going on. I'm on day 2 of recovery from Grand Rapids Comic Con, which is one of my favorite conventions that I get to go to. It was so much fun, but I was just wiped out afterwards. I hope you can hear what I'm saying. Let me check if the mic is. Yep, it's on. Sometimes I'm like talking to myself and it's off. And I look at it. Oh, this is fine. So the first line we're gonna tackle is.
Hey, there's a dragon cart.
The dragon card. Me. Quick, make sure the desktop volume is up.
Hey, there's a dragon cart.
Alright, so you can hear that. Indigo is voiced by the ever amazing Rev. Get my script up. You know what? I need a refresher on my shape for Indigo. There he is. So Indigo is in disguise right now. He's dressing up as a cooperate. Do, 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 do. Hey, he's got all these freckles. Speckles? Spots? Whatever they are. Cool. Head big. Let's just start drawing him. He's got that spiky hairstyle. He's got hair floofs on his ears. He's like loosely based on a coyote, even though he's a fox. I don't think even coyotes look like this though. They do in my head. Should get some music on or something. get warmed up a bit here. I think he has a... No, he doesn't have a triangle. Is Andre the only one with the little triangle here? I think he is. It messes me up because I go back and forth between extra and fairy foxes, and Ruji has the nose triangle. So I always want to draw it on fairy foxes now. Oh, hi, Grimoire! Indiana Day? Why is it Indiana Day? Oh, Indigo. I think you meant Indigo. Like, I don't think anything's happening in Indiana today. We're drawing Indigo today, though. Rev actually did these lines for me months ago, so now I'm finally animating them. He's actually on a dragon here. He's writing melody. But she can't be covering up the important part of the scene, which is the dragon cart he is speaking about. Move your head, Melody. I have no idea what you're talking about. I live under a rock. Dragon later after the important things are in. Let's put like placeholder Kayla back here. get the... Let's see, Kai comes up and puts his paw on like the back of the cart, so it's like this. And she's standing like right there, I guess. And then her dragon. Got her dragon like completely hugging the side of the frame there. Placeholder dragon. Save the colorist some time here by closing off his ears. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're all brown. I should have put his bandana underneath his cape. Oh, that's Kai. I don't think he needs to be in complete disguise. He can't risk this. No bandana for him. Welcome back to Akela over there.
Hey, there's a dragon cart. Hey, there's a dragon cart. I wanna-
And a slight head movement. The Meister, welcome! We tried some indigo. A distant placeholder, Akela.
Hey, there's a dragon cart.
Not
Hey,
nearly.
there's a dragon.
I need to do some more movement here. Just to justify the additional frame. Indigo looks very upset about the subpar graffiti. Excuse me, this is the highest quality graffiti you will ever see. Take that, Banksy. I'm coming for you.
There's a dragon cart. The dragon cart.
There we go. That looks acceptable. Just finish him up here. Nope. So how are you guys doing today? I am doing lots of research on like large scale printing, and the way it's looking right now, I'm probably gonna have to run a Kickstarter or something. It's gonna be a lot of money just to get the books to a price point where I can actually, you know, distribute through normal distribution services.
There's a dragon cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it. Dragon cart.
Okay, so he's kind of like eventually turn his head so he's looking at her in the distance. Amazon ebooks? Amazon is a goal, but like I can't print with Amazon because I've got a graphic novel. And so printing a graphic novel is apparently the most like expensive thing you can print. Which makes sense. It's like full color and a bazillion pages. And so like if I was writing a regular book, Amazon ebooks would be great, but I'm not. So I need to first print for way cheaper than I currently have. Because my printing is good, but it's also really expensive. So I can't afford for somebody to take a slice of the pie that they usually do when you distribute. So step one, print cheaper. And to print cheaper, you have to print like thousands of copies at a time. So I gotta, you know, be able to afford that. Step two, I set up distribution through Ingram and Amazon. Ingram is basically a monopoly on book distribution. Well, I already have my comic online digitally, but if I want to like monetize it, I have to print it and sell it. So I want to put it in bookstores or on bookshelves or have it available on Amazon. I gotta print it myself. But my goodness, Ingram, like I didn't know how widespread they were. Like, basically, if you walk into a bookstore or a library, all they use is Ingram. That's like who they buy through. There's technically another distribution service, Baker and Taylor, but like I don't know of any bookstore that uses them right now. Anyway, that's what's been breaking my brain lately. It's like all these major financial decisions and like risk management things. And I'm learning how to business.
I wonder if she'd let us use it.
Oh, thanks for staying, the Meister. I will be streaming for approximately 3 more hours.
The dragon cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it.
So now I need the in-between frame between these two. Nobody tells you about the business side of comics. It's like, yay, write your story, draw the pictures. And now it's like, learn about taxes and import policies. People forgot to mention this part. You know what's a good thing that happened? The bank had candy again. They haven't had candy since 2 years ago. I got my bank candy today. Yeah, gobstoppers, which is like one of my favorite candies ever. Some people don't like gobstoppers. I don't get it. They're so good.
Hey, there's a dragon cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it.
So we've got a dragon here. I think that's good. I can't think and draw at the same time.
Hey, there's a dragon cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it.
Hey, that looks not too bad. Cap off his ears.
Hey, there's a dragon cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it. Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart?
So he's gonna hop off here and like. Actually, I'm gonna switch scenes. So we're gonna do more beautiful graffiti.
There's a dragon cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it.
She's on the right here, so I gotta keep her on the right over here. That's okay, Anna. Get the dragon in here. with music. Brother Guiding Light by Pixie. Apparently, I just have a playlist thingy going. I hope it doesn't have a weird song in it. Can never trust these things.
There's a dragon cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it. Hey. Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart? Hey, excuse...
I want him to be like coming from across the street. Probably shouldn't make such a complicated animation, but here we are.
Hey, Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart? Cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it. Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart?
There we go. So now we've got Kayla. Spurred! Hello! Welcome. I's line is saying 3 words. You could stare at Akela for the next 10 minutes or so. Let's go check her sheet. I'm pretty sure, yeah, she's got like these leafy things on her hat. Oh, that's extra. So like, at Comic-Con, I maybe got my first cosplayer. Like, I'm not sure yet because this really nice lady that I met on the first day came back, I think on the last day, in Foxy's in a foxtail. She's like, oh, I dressed up to look like your character. Like, whoa, does this count as a cosplay? I started the stream off with delicious ginger beer. Husband introduced me to this ginger beer called Bundaberg. It's like made in Australia or something. I don't know, but it's so good. Oh, spotty responses. That's okay. Sorry you're having bad service. That stinks.
Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart?
Founder and Flanyon way. Founder and Flanyon.
Just gotta like flick your nose.
Flanyon Way. Flanyon Way. Flanyon Way. Flanyon Way.
So, one interesting adventure the other day was my sister's cat went in for his surgery, and I had to go pick him up because it was too early in the morning for my sister to get up. Or she was at work or something. Yeah, she was at work. This is like a week ago and I forgot what time of day it was. Anyway, her cat is like really friendly to her. He like tolerates me, but he never snuggles with me or anything. He just acknowledges my presence and that's that. But anyway, when I brought him home, he was so like hopped up on pain meds that he was hyper affectionate and like ramming my shoes with his head and just constantly like weaving between my legs and purring non-stop. Just like, that is one drugged cat. The only comments from the vet was we had a hard time getting him back in his crate.
Founder and Flanyon Way, catcher.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, her cat is funny. His name is Toast. We had a hard time getting him in the crate too. He's a good cat. He just doesn't like going in crates. You have to like stand it on end and like lower him in while like holding all his legs together. Normally you could just chuck a treat in there or something and then go right in, but we couldn't feed him before the surgery. Night stuff! Hi, welcome! Just drawing a Kayla here. And talking about cat. So like when I do my finances after a con, I normally like count all the cash out on the floor just so I can spread it out and count it easier. But my cats just love it and they're like rolling in it and trying to sleep on it and like trying to play with it and like constantly fending them off. The last con I did, I went to the bank and I just like I was in a rush, so I just grabbed it all up off the floor and I went there like, sorry, my cat rolled in this. I forgot how much is here. And they're nice to me about it. This time I did count it all out, but then again, River rolled in it. And so I gathered up like what I thought I had counted and I brought it to the bank and she had added $20 to it. So River just River's slipping in money. Also, the last convention, somebody handed me a dollar bill with like a bite taken out of it. It was like a $1 bill, but like it was like this. I was like, is this legal tender? But you know, I've heard somewhere that banks will still take this as long as like there's more than 50% of the bill. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll take it. And they did take it. So but yeah, that was a weird one. Sometimes I find money with like cryptic messages written on it too. Why is this song? I think we found a weird song in the mix. Skip this song. Yeah. Where did the idea for the series get from a shark? You know, they might have. Or at least a small, hungry chameleon. The idea from the series was actually it was a combination of things. I was lying on my floor. I'm like, I want to be an animator when I grow up, and you're like, why can't I be an animator now? I have Windows Movie Maker. I have MS Paint. And so I had been writing a story at the time called Butterfly about a girl who she's basically a magical girl that can transform into like a fairy and she fights evil panthers from another dimension. Like, I'll make it about that, except with foxes, except they live on the clouds, except they're fighting birds. It became its own thing. I just combined everything I was interested in at the time, which is fairies, foxes, birds, dragons, clouds. And it's loosely based on Redwall, which is my favorite book series. It still is my favorite book series, actually. And of course, you could see the influence of Sonic characters on the designs. And
Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart?
Founder and Flanyon Way egg hatcher. Flanyon Way egg hatcher.
originally, I didn't really know how much traction it would get, so I'm like, I'm going to make it for my sister, who was 5 at the time. Which is why they're 5 in episode 1. I'm like, my sister could relate to this. Or maybe she was 6, I don't remember. But then, like, after episode 1, I was like, no, I want to make it my own thing. Scrapped that.
Flanyon Way egg hatcher.
I actually haven't gotten the courage to read through all of Butterfly again. Sometimes I like read through the first half of it because it's funny. But I know there's like some embarrassing part at the end. I don't remember what it is, but I don't really want to remember what it is. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, they're still very Sonic influenced, but they've gotten longer and more defined. Still throws me off to switch between extra and fairy foxes though. So the proportions are slightly different. Hey, this playlist is like going somewhere weird. What are you doing, YouTube? We'll see what happens here. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I just don't like these really like 2-note songs that sometimes happen in trance. There we go. Look. Turn into music. So we got her. No, we just need the spit. We've had so much spit in the last 2 episodes. That'd be a good song. Let's see what it's called. Guess I could have guessed that. I kinda saw an Eggman cosplayer. He was so good. He was like, he was playing off his natural looks. Like he was already bald and he had red hair, so he had a mustache. And he just like put on the red Eggman coat and some glasses. Just walking around. He stopped by my table and I had a great chat with him. Like, I saw Sonic running around here because somebody's dressed as Sonic. I saw Tails too. Like, I saw the Tails, I haven't found Sonic yet. The Sonic had like rings and emeralds and everything, it was great. I also saw an Ichigo from Mew Mew Power, or Tokyo Mew Mew. Which is It's a show I may have subconsciously stolen all the names for fairy foxes from. Meaning to. Yep, Zoe being the primary one. Mark's name is Mark before I knew of Mimi Power, so I think Mimi Power also has a Kiki. I don't know if it has a Mimi though. If I had named Mimi Karina or something, I think we would have had a problem. Yeah. They have, yeah, they're named after fruit in Japanese, and all the villains in Japanese are named after like various dishes. Like quiche and pie, and get the other one. But in English, it's Zoe, Bridget, Karina, Kiki. What's the purple one's name? I know it's Zakuro in Japanese. I forget the purple one's name. I'm actually watching through it with my husband right now. He's very quietly watching through both the Japanese and English versions because, you know, I only watch them Saturday mornings, whichever episode they felt like showing. So I never saw the whole series by any stretch. But I heard that the Japanese and the English versions, like, go off in completely different directions at some point, so I wanted to see what each version was like. I think we've reached that split. It's like in one version the aliens are like actually aliens, and in the other one they're like not. They're like ex-earthlings. And the Japanese version is like the theme is all about caring for the environment, and that's kind of absent from the English version. The English version is more about caring about your friends, I guess. It's interesting. Whatever they did with the dub, though, I think the English version is way funnier. Like, sometimes they just, like, take entire scenes and twist it into a really comedic thing that's not there in the Japanese.
How much
friendship. Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised by some of the writing. It was funny. It's like, this is better than the Japanese version. Sometimes the Japanese version is better about like delivering lore that 4Kids just brushes right over. Like, that would have been important to know. But as far as entertainment, I prefer the English version. Changeling! That's okay. Caps Lock does what it wants. Welcome back from work, Changeling. Yeah, this is the song that always makes it sound like my internet's cutting out. Forgot about that. Thank you. Just, I don't know what to do, face. Okay, duplicate. Is that the end of the... Oh, that's the end of the music, I guess. We'll go back to this one. What have you missed? We got Indigo over here pointing at a dragon cart. We have a sketched out dragon trotting across the street. And a Kayla spitting.
Don't flan yon way, egg hatcher.
Now we're drawing bewildered. Where'd it go? Mimi's gonna be behind him. Let's fix his eyes a little bit though. A little chinky there. I'm just talking about Comic-Con. I got to meet so many cool people. It was my first con with book number 4.
How much for the cart?
Okay, so this is Mimi's chance to shine. Hey, Mimi. So I was thinking tonight I might stream extra pages and then start some sort of schedule where I do like extra pages either at the beginning or the end of the day. But Fairy Fox is in the middle. Kind of knock both out. Just I usually stream extra pages on Twitch. And Fairy Fox is on YouTube, so it'll just be the pain to swap out the keys every day. That's okay. I could do that. Yay! We can be stream buddies. Discord was just informing me that I am streaming. Thanks, Discord.
How
the fairy foxes in the next few episodes should get somewhat intense. Things are gonna start ramping up. I keep thinking about like what I want to do. But then I also think about like the shock of watching it from the beginning. But then like you can't just think of episode 1. Trying to give them new objectives and things to fight off and stuff. It's complicated. Did I come up with the ideas for Mimi and Kiki? Well, Kiki was one of the characters from the original Butterfly story. She was a kid that had the fire charm. She was protecting. And so when I made them foxes, I'm like, well, obviously she has to be the fiery one now. But then Mimi was like, there's 3 guys, there's only 2 girls, and I wanted a purple one. So I made Mimi. Just because I wanted a purple balancing fox. So she didn't have a personality for the first 4 years of her life as a character. It's the worst way to make a character. Don't do that. Don't ever make a balancing character. I mean, I like her now because she's important to the plot and has a personality. She's the purple one. That's her personality. Actually, I struggled for a long time trying to like figure out Mimi's place in the series. When I was, back in the early episodes, I thought that there was gonna be a plot point where they were like turned back into real foxes and Mimi starts changing first, and oh no, Mimi's a real fox, and they have to change her back. I didn't go that route, though. Like, if they're on Earth too long, they start reverting.
How much for the car?
Sven yon way, egg hatcher.
How much for the cart? How much?
Did I hear you, idiot? Was that her first character line? She didn't have. I thought her first line was like "Kiki, look out!" Screams. Your second line is you have to wait until they start competing. But oh yeah, you mean like her first character line as a character. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely probably more standout Amy line. Mustard. It's either next episode or the episode after that that she and Kai get their little showdown conversation. Me versus Kai. We already know who wins. As long as there's this happy thing in the room, Mimi has the upper hand. They're both suspicious of each other now. It's like a cycle of suspicion.
How much for the cart?
Kiki, I think, has been getting some good character development lately. She's turning into like a nicer character instead of just constantly chaotic. I didn't really expect that for Kiki. This character is naturally morph over time. I thought Kiki would kind of be 100% fire. I mean, she still is, but she has a softer side too now. Zoe's sass. Yeah, I think Zoe is the one who needs the most TLC now. The other two have come up a lot, and Zoe's kind of stagnated. To give Zoe more problems to deal with.
Much for the cart?
Okay, so
How much for the cart?
So I wanted her to like do a little duck forward thing, but I think this is going to be too far. So let's scoot you back a bit.
How much for the cart?
So it's just done with it. Yeah, just like, she's like, I've been here since episode 1. Get me out. I think if and when I do reboot Fairy Foxes, I'm gonna like overhaul a couple of characters, including Zoe. Give them more defined motives. Ooh, to 5 to 16. 5 to 16 really bad, yeah. Their lot in life. Fairy Foxes just live like 4 days. Tomorrow they'll be senior citizens. They'll be yelling about cats falling from the sky any day now. This is gonna be a weird, like... Most of them are like, I think all of them are in the 16, 17 range. Except for Andre. Andre's 21. Kai's 19. The rest are like between 16 and 17. Choose the ancient one. Does that put Garuda somewhere in his 40s? It's an old hawk. They are magical hawks, though. They cannot have human lifespans. Kiki. Kiki the youngest, I think. Mimi is the youngest. Kiki's the shortest.
How much for the cart?
I don't remember though. I mean, it's not your mistake. It's I have no idea, but I think Mimi is the youngest. I should know. I made them. I have it written down somewhere all their ages. And I should ask Natalie or Clyde because they know my characters better than I do. Kiki's definitely the youngest in like the original version. Butterfly version. They're all roughly the same age, except Kai and Andre. Except for, I guess, Louis too. I aged Louis down quite a bit. What about that? Sorry, Louis. He's like 11. You're the unofficial Lord Keeper. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Poor Louis. And I really want to, like, I don't know, animate the one part of Breaker of the Code where Ty and Louis meet for the first time. Like, of all the parts, that's the part I probably most want to animate. I don't even know what to do with that story anymore. Like, do I make it into a comic? Like, condense it into one music video? Am I even angsty enough anymore to make a story like that? I don't know. These questions. Music video. It would be fun.
How much for the cart?
Let's make that a 1 frame because it's too creepy at 2 frames. Well. Back. Oh, it was 3 frames. That's not so creepy.
How much for the cart?
There we go.
How much for the cart? How much for the cart?
Gonna move it back a little bit more.
How much for the cart?
There we go.
Found and Flanyon way, a hatcher.
How much for the cart?
I forgot her wings. They're here, but they're like.
How much for the cart?
This line is quieter than the others. So I'm gonna deafen myself with Natalie's fight later.
Next twixt gathered for aught.
Mimi doing her best.
Next twixt gathered for aught. Next twixt gathered.
Which way do I want her to tilt her?
Next twixt.
She's gonna do a head tilt here. You're loud. We'll see. Your volume levels were fine. I need to fix everybody else's because I didn't compress the audio files before I dropped them in. Like, I'll just do it at the end and just get through the line art. So now I have everybody's volumes at like really different levels. I don't know if we'll make it all the way through the scene tonight because I have a date with my hubby later. We're gonna go see the community choir. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Neither of us know how good our community choir is, so it could be good, it could be horrible. But either way, I think it'll be a good date night. Did I write the Goji lines? I usually think of what they're trying to say, and then I like put in a bunch of nonsense words that sound close to words close to those words. And then I ask other people for like ideas. Like, give me a weird word that means this. Or I'll also look up use a lot of thesaurus things that'll just like pick a really weird word or an archaic word. Or just sometimes things that sound weird. Yeah, I hope the choir is good too. I used to have like a whole system of like how Gojin speaks and like kind of how the grammar worked and like what you would and wouldn't say in certain situations. I've forgotten most of it. I remember the gist of it. It's like if you're going to say something like make the bed, it's taken very literally, like construct a bed. And so you need to like mess up the word to make. Founder and plan is basically like to travel or go or to move in a direction. She's basically saying, go away, cooperate here. You're back here. You would hear the Goju instead. I mean, it's kind of their own slang. Their language, their mode of speech is basically entirely slang. It's technically English. Just so garbled up.
Twixt gathered. Next twixt gathered.
Just gonna have to try the rest of her. I hope you like the Gojian dialect. Because it is fun to write. I think in the script, like, I didn't have ideas for a lot of the sentences, so I just like scribbled in like right dialogue here.
Next twixt gathered for aught. Twixt gathered for aught.
Let's see, she needs to like a dagger stare here. Were you here for the last stream where I did the auction or the bargaining scene? That one was like entirely Gojian dialect. Both of the voice actors rocked. Check a thing. Ah, no, Gmail's telling me my stream is live. Yeah, Spacey Vixen, who did it, Kayla, for me, did a really good job on the Goji dialect. Donnie struggles with it sometimes. Like, he does a really good job at the end, but sometimes like, no, Donnie, it's this weird word, not that weird word. But then he nails it. is very versatile with direction. He can do a lot of different voices and complicated things. It's just a matter of trying to communicate what I mean. But then Ryan and Natalie just like nail their lines almost in the first go most of the time. They'll send me a few versions though of each line and I get to pick, which is good. Although sometimes I like cut one of their lines in half and like add it to another line that they did.
Twixt gathered for aught. Twixt gathered for aught.
So now I just need that middle free. I did have a few bloopers. I'm slowly like amassing bloopers that I'll probably drop in a video later. I actually have a bunch sort of all lined up and ready to go in a file. Actually, I still have the commentary from episode 12. I uploaded that. Got a lot of video projects on my back burner here. We're gonna work on Fairy Foxes first, though. It's like every episode always has a ton of bloopers, so I just have to like pick 3 really good ones from each person. They're all funny. Or sometimes they're not even bloopers, but they're like things the actors left for me in the voice files. Complaining about background noise. You do leave me interesting bits to listen to. Ryan gives me whole like scenarios. I get like a podcast along with the lines. I enjoy his line. There's a bunch of funny ones with my sister while she was doing Mimi lines because cars kept going by our house and like getting in on the recording. There's one where she like starts speaking faster, like why are you going so fast? It's because the car coming. I'm actually the worst voice actor. It takes me 10 times longer to get my lines right than other people because I have trouble doing the acting. I can act it in my head, but I can't make my voice do the thing. At least I have infinite tries.
gathered for aught. Twixt gathered for aught.
Yeah, voice acting is hard.
Twixt gathered for aught. Next twixt gathered for aught. Next twixt gathered for aught.
It's confused, Mimi.
Next twixt gathered for aught. Next twixt gathered for aught.
Let's duplicate this. Yeah, I feel like I'm better at writing different characters than acting them. Which is good for comics and animation because you gotta act out the characters with the drawings. Like, I don't think I could act a convincing Xavier, but I can draw him okay. I think that's, yeah, that's a shared fear. I don't like hearing my own voice either. Like when I'm voice acting and I'm in the zone of listening to my own voice critically, then I'm okay. But if it's just like I randomly hear my own voice popping up on YouTube, it's like, ugh. I also sound about 10 times higher than I think I do. I'm like, oh, that's why people don't take me seriously. It all makes sense now. sometimes I literally just need somebody with a deeper voice that I can like say words to, and they'll repeat the words, and then people listen, and it's all good. And I'm like, yes, I need you to stand there all the time.
Gathered for aught. Mixed gathered for aught.
Let's zoom in a bit over here. Hey, Mr. Try-By. I think that's one of the like good things about comics though, is because it's one of the few mediums where I can like, you know, make a point without people judging it through the vehicle of my voice. So if I write somebody else saying something, they're like, oh yeah, the producer just believes this, and they don't think about it. Like Squeaky Christie saying it. Of course, I mean, I don't really share views with the producer much and extra, but it's nice to have the outlet of that to communicate, I guess. I don't even know what that is. See, I haven't even watched Star Wars. I've seen like bits and pieces of it, and I know what happens because everybody talks about it all the time. I actually watched it. I should just sit down and watch it someday. Maybe next movie night. It's very violent. Yeah, I mean, the bits and pieces I've seen, like, people get lightsabered and some aunts and uncles become skeletons and um, uh, bursting into flames after losing the high ground. I mean, like, yeah, Star Wars. Like, I don't mind violence to some extent. Actually, you know, I can handle most violence as long as it's not like, I draw the line at like what is it, Doom? Like that video game where you're like chainsawing people in half. Like, I don't know. It's not doing it for me. But like my favorite series is Redwall, and people get like crushed or hacked to death all the time in there. I think one of the first deaths is a rat that gets crushed by a cart, and it describes his death as like a red mist. Like that's the opening to a children's book.
Gathered for aught.
Let's scooch these down a little bit. Unless they got all locked in place. Oh no, they're good. Oh, no, no, they're not. They're locked. That's okay. I'll be fine with Star Wars. I think I'll be okay with Star Wars. I think his character's limbs off. Oh, what was it? Oh, it was, How to Train Your Dragon. I don't think any character escaped without losing a limb or something, or an appendage. Like, almost every single character in that franchise is an amputee. Like, I have no problem with amputee characters. I think they can be interesting, but like with every single character is one, it's like, man, they need to invest in better armor.
She said it is not for.
Yeah, there's the dragon and Hiccup, and then in like the third one, like everything is missing something. I think the bad guy's missing an arm, and the bad guy's dragon is missing a horn. The other dragon's like missing a tooth. Where's the second one? I think I'm thinking the second one. I haven't seen the third one. Was his mom missing anything? I mean, She's missing her sense to not go looking for her family. Oh, I got kidnapped by dragons. I guess this is life now. Forget about my son. Forget about my husband. Just gonna live on the Dragon Island now. I could have sworn she had something missing. Maybe she did. She escaped unscathed.
She said it is not for sale.
But, you know, in the world of Star Wars, like, amputees makes more sense because they've got lightsabers everywhere. Like, you're lucky if you're not missing a few limbs.
She said it is not for sale. She said it is not for sale, and even if it
A dangerous universe deflection. For sure. Incoming Yoda death scream? Okay, I'm curious. I don't know what. This is not it. That's insane. What? Oh my goodness, that's great. YouTube chat. Actually know somebody who can make that noise. That'd be spoilers for next episode.
she said it is not for sale. and it-
Screams. Okay, so my brother played Lego Star Wars, and all I remember is this stupid Cantina song.
She said it is not for sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it. Sale, and even if it should, not for sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it.
I really pushed the off of ledges.
For sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it. Sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it. Sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it.
Oh, there's the deafening. I knew this would happen.
She said it is not for sale.
And I had to put in his fluff.
Said it is not for sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it.
The strangest thing is letting
I mean,
go. Don't let it take you over. Don't let it fill your mind again.
some cartoons that don't get to speak, their head or body moves up and down.
For sure, but baby,
Huh.
you need so much more. I know with you it's time for me.
I mean, squash and stretch? If you had a really, animated character, like, you could have the head go up and down as they're speaking to match their jaw. So it could just be mimicking jaw movement. I'd really have to see which one you mean. Sometimes it's like to mimic breathing. Like you'll see it in a lot of villain laughs. They'll just like move their shoulders up and down. And nobody actually does that when they laugh, but it sort of mimics the breathing of the ha 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 ha. You're just standing still. Just like when they're idling. When they're just standing there in a video game and they're like bouncing up and down. What does SpongeBob look like? Idle motion is just to mimic breathing. Detour drawing SpongeBob. The show and they're standing and talking. Huh. I guess I haven't noticed that. It's probably to mimic jaw movement. Because, like, their mouth only takes up so much space on their face, so when you, like, open it, it has to go somewhere. Especially like with Squidward's face. Like he has like just a mouth and then whatever this is, his square eyeballs. His neck. So you want to get that huge exaggeration when they open their mouth. I don't know. Do they do the same thing? It does have a really unique animation show, or animation style. It's just one that doesn't appeal to me, sadly. I feel like a lot of shows went through that, like, Wiggly stage in the 90s. Like Rugrats. With Courage Wiggly. I don't think it was, but my brain still thinks of it as Wiggly. Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was a horrifying show. Like, I only accidentally saw like 2 episodes ever, but it was a creepy show. Why did they air that?
She said it is not for sale, and even if it She said it is not for sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it.
I'm just gonna watch this from the beginning quick.
Hey, there's a dragon cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it. Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart?
Founder and Flanyon Way, egg hatcher.
Gotta fix that timing.
Founder and Flanyon Way, egg hatcher.
How much for the cart?
Nixt twixt gathered for aught.
She said it is not for sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it. Not for sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it. She said it is not for sale, and even if it should be, you could not afford it.
I know. Turn clips volume. Find new music. We'll try this one. Don't know if it'll be good though.
It feels like a lifetime of memories. Just wasted and gone.
Oh, it's the last one you saw animation? That's crazy.
Times change, people change, and we have to adapt. We have to try and see positive things instead of the negative. It may seem hard and difficult, considering all the blood, sweat.
Why do they put talking in music these days? I just want music. There we go.
Sometimes it feels like it's all for nothing. Sometimes it feels like it was all for nothing.
Alright, so now we need Mimi. Kind of turning around.
No matter how bad it may seem,
Ah, she's still talking. Is there music in this?
follow your heart.
There we go. See if I can finish the scene before I have to go. I've got an hour left and 2 lines to get.
Broken hearts can feel so sharp, but mine has silver linings. 'Cause we've come too far to be at war with ourselves. And we're always finding places where the silence is so loud. And there's something about a distance, but we can't.
This is coming out pretty good. I'm happy with this. This whole scene so far. The scene after this scene. It's done. Let me check the spreadsheet. We got 3 or 4 3D ones to go, and 1, 2, 3, 4 2D scenes to go. They're all relatively short ones, so I don't know. The 3D ones are probably going to take the most time just because there's so many layers to them. Oh, it's coming along. And it's background time, and then audio fixing, and then the final effect.
Fight! 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 Broken hearts can feel so sharp, but mine has silver linings. 'Cause we've come too far to be at war with ourselves. And we're always finding places where the silence is so loud. And there's something about a distance where we can't be fading down. 'Cause life is coming. Life is coming. 'Cause life is coming. It's coming. Fight! 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 Fight!
Listener, welcome! We're almost to the end of this scene. Exciting stuff.
Is this a daydream? Because I'm wide-eyed. See it clear now.
Oh man, let's see, tomorrow I might try doing the, well, I'll actually probably get these in the coloring, sorry, I can't think, the coloring spreadsheets so that Crimson and Changeling can take a whack at them. And then I'll work on the 3D animation and see how it goes. Well, I still got an hour to go, so whatever I can get done in an hour is what we'll be doing.
Try bargaining.
Is this a daydream? Because I'm wide-eyed. And even if we take our time,
Just gonna push Kiki down.
Try bargaining.
There we go. So hopefully I'll have this episode done before Christmas. I think if I keep plugging on it, that is doable.
Try bargaining. Try bargaining. Try bargaining.
Try to make this as unambiguous as possible for my poor colorists. Yeah, she's pushing Kiki down, but Kiki's not here yet.
Try bargaining. Get a price. Try bargaining. Get a
Me pushing air down. Forgot what this episode is about. That's okay. We're in the middle of it. See, now it's a surprise when you see it for the first time, but you'll probably have to rewatch at least 13 to see the other things. Basically, Andre's upset for getting captured. and I found out that he was gonna unleash a bunch of Dragonites on the rebel camp, and now they're trying to evacuate with a dragon cart. Another talking song?
After thousands of miles, the journey has begun. A new kingdom looms.
Skip to the good part. They're racing the clock to evacuate to Mimi's house.
Reach for the stars.
No! No!
Cherish this moment with the ones that you.
Dragonites, yeah, they're the finished version of what Louis turning into. Yeah, it's like Dragon Knights, but all one word, so it looks like Dragon Knights. I don't know. People can't say it. They're like, it's Dragon Knights. I'm like, oh! There's just a K in the middle to make it like fighting knight, not Pokemon Night or Nighttime Night. Stretch break. Did I drink all my ginger? Oh, I still have some ginger beer. Delicious. Wagon Knights. Wagon Knights. Led by Andre and the Coopowitz. Hingawuda Owo. Can I please have some Dragonite?
Try bargaining. Get a price. Try bargaining. Try bargaining. Get a price.
Yeah, if I ever stream Fairy Foxes on Twitch, like the OWO option will still be there. Although I think OWOs would actually disrupt animation. They don't disrupt comics so much, but maybe for April Fool's Day, I'll have all the voice actors re-record an episode and flip pose over all the faces.
It's all burning, my eyes are melting, you're everything. I won't go, I'm going with your flow. In fields of nothing, I'll be waiting. You know inside, I've never felt so alive. Like rains of fire.
Get a price. Try bargaining. Get a price. Try bargaining. Get a price. Any price.
Streams here. We can go back and clean up frames. How willing would the voice actors be? I can always work with the ones who are willing.
Nobody's perfect, I'll never try. No, but I promise I'm worth it if you just open up your eyes. I don't need a second chance, I need a friend, someone who's gonna stand by me right there till the end. If you want the best of
Try
my heart,
bargaining.
you just
Get a
gotta see
price.
the good
Any
in
price.
me. 'Cause I could
Here
be
we
your
go.
sun in your desert sky,
Alright, so now with the Dark Kiki.
in your darkest night. I could be your curse
The Invisa Kiki. Actually, I'm gonna start first. Just like here. It's going good. We're almost through it. So you're saying that is that you would owe for money. Is that the idea that I'm getting? If Fairy Fox starts making money, Fairy Foxes starts making money, I will start paying voice actors. And myself. True. Mm. I will also pay colorists. I will pay everyone involved if we start making profit. Yeah, I wouldn't make money through YouTube. I'd make it through other ways. Like my own site or a Patreon type setup or a Kickstarter or a site that actually does let you make money. Seven B or 7A. Seven. B.
Try bargaining. Try bargaining. Get a price.
I don't like this face here. It's because her hair like does something weird. There we go. I'm not running passion projects or rush. Yeah, but I'm thinking of doing a reboot where like actually try to do businessy things with it and make it coherent, and we'll see. I'm learning lots about business with Extra right now. Mainly that art doesn't make a lot of money. But now that I know how to do all the businessy side of things, I can actually make business decisions that are informed somewhat. So we'll see how it goes.
Hey, there's a dragon cart. I wonder if she'd let us use it. Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart?
Found them standing on way. How much for the cart? Fight! 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 Try bargaining to get a price. Any price.
Go button. Let's add in Mimi's pupils. And I've still got the whole dragon walking across the street animation, which I don't think I can complete in half an hour, but you can see. YouTube's detected copyrighted audio in my stream. Forgot YouTube is picky about this. Oh, we'll go back to the other stream then. You didn't care about that one. Okay. That's exciting. This is one game I had when I was a kid. It was called Fisher Price Castle, and it's based on the castle, the Fisher Price Castle toy. It's this old CD from the 90s. And of course I pop it into my computer and it's like, what is this? But I eventually, with some help from various people and a virtual machine, got it running. It's like, oh man, the memories. It's not a very long game. Like, I mean, it's made for 3-year-olds, but I don't know. We played it anyway, just because it had funny animations in it. There's this one part of the game where you're supposed to trade. I think it's like a squid for a sword or something. But it's like a way to mess it up, and we just thought it was hilarious if you messed up the trade. Did any of you guys have like the Madeline computer games? Those were good. I mean, the cutscenes hardly worked on our computer because it kept like skipping and stuttering. But the games were fun. We had an art mini game where you could just like paint and color pictures. But every time you made a mistake and hit the backup button, it would make this ear-piercing like construction vehicle backing up chirp. Welcome back. It was really easy to accidentally color all the line art in red lines, so I would be, trying to color something in yellow, and like all of the line art would suddenly go yellow. I mean, it doesn't do it on Clip Studio because it's too nice. Yeah, it would be like this instead of go. So that sound is just like ingrained in my head when I mess something up. Talk about the Madeline games I used to play. What about Buzzy the Knowledge Bug? Did any of you guys play that one? It's like an obscure set of games, but they were so good. I had a couple of them. It was like the farm and the airport or something. Oh. Stupid DRM. Rerunning all the old games. He lied to you? What did he lie to you about? Let's see, the knowledge bug isn't always truthful. Say it isn't so. Putt Putt. Putt Putt's my boy. I want to draw Putt Putt fan art. I feel like I did once. Even butterflies destroy flowers? That doesn't sound right. I have all of them on Steam because Humble Bundle had a Kimokus Entertainment bundle like last year. So I just bought them all. All the Pajama Sams, all the Putt Putts, all the Spy Foxes. We only had one Spy Fox, so I still need to play for the other ones. They were harder than some of the other ones. Yeah, Steam has all of them. Although one of the Pajama Sams didn't work anyway. I think they just like plopped the game files up there and like, hope they work! I actually had never played Pajama Sam 4 before. We had the first three, but never the fourth. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna play the fourth one as an adult. And I got stuck. Like, oh, how am I getting stuck on a Pajama Sam game when I'm like 26 years old? And I didn't notice that there was the path to a different area. It like blended in with the background painting. Like, okay, I feel a little better now. But there was one part I would have been genuinely stuck on if my husband hadn't come in and be like, oh, you gotta do this. And like, you just spoiled it. I was actually gonna have trouble with it for once. But sometimes they get randomly hard. Mr. Rob, what's his face? Laughing at small children, trying to finish his games. There was one run of one, I think it was the first Pajama Sam, that was really hard. It was the one with the invisible chair in the lab. But I never figured out how to do it as a kid. Yeah, the exploring is fun. With the little side things like finding socks. I should play it again and try to get the invisible chair route, because I don't actually remember how it's beaten. Don't want to look it up either. Putt Putts were pretty easy. The Travel Through Time one was probably the hardest because it was the longest, but it wasn't hard because it was like tricky. You should stream it. Yay! We'll stream through one that I haven't played through before. Like, I haven't played most of the Spy Fox games. We had dry cereal and that was it. I was always so sad when I got the bad ending because I didn't realize you could click the little ramp at the end during the chase sequence. So it was always like, oh, the bad guy got away! I want to stream our Overwatch too. I enjoy playing Overwatch a lot, and I do play it quite a bit. I just usually play it when I'm tired and not playing super well. Like, I don't know if I want to stream it right now. Yay, game development! Humongous entertainment games are my childhood. They kind of influenced my art style too. I always would study the art and the animation. I've wanted to do game development for so long. Oh yeah, Reader Rabbit. We had one Reader Rabbit where he got like stuck in Cloud 9 or something. There was like a land of lost objects. It was kind of creepy. It was like a dark attic you had to play I Spy in. Do you guys ever have Jumpstart first grade? I'm sure I've talked about that one on stream before because the glob monster terrified me. Like, I would literally run out of the room if I made a mistake doing the cooking challenge. It's probably how I became a perfectionist. I'm a recovering perfectionist now, so I wouldn't consider myself one today, but for a while I was, and probably because of the glob monster. There's a spot where you can make animations in Cloud 9? I vaguely remember it, but not enough to, like, properly remember it. Oh man, one of the oldest games I had was Colors and Shapes with Hickory. It was, I think it was for Windows 95, if not DOS. Like, it was old when I was a kid. It reminded me a little bit of like a precursor to Reader Rabbit, so I wonder if they're related. Me. I don't know that one. The games they let us play at the end of like computer class were like games you couldn't ever complete anything within the time allotted. But there's this one game in 4th grade, I think. Maybe it was kindergarten. I don't remember. You were supposed to run a hot dog stand and price your hot dogs for sale at like an event, and you know, raise the quality and see supply and demand at work. But kindergarten Christy was like, forget this, I'm gonna sell one hot dog for $300. And of course nobody would buy my $300 hot dog. But then I'm like, fine, be that way, they're free now. And of course I get 1 million hot dog sales. Oh wait, was that infamous typing game? I feel like I've heard of an infamous Mavis speaking? Was that what my husband learned to type on? I don't remember. Like, I basically learned to type because I was competitive and I saw my mom typing fast and like, I want to type faster than my mom, and so I learned how to type. I learned how to type wrong, and so when I got to school and they're like, you need to learn how to type now, I had to learn from like, I don't know, it was some computer game with like creepy purple hands and a robot voice. It worked. It was just unsettling. But man, the first week of that was like typing things like sad salad. Sad salad gas. Learning to type without looking at the keyboard. That just comes naturally over time. Like, the more you type, the more you learn to type without looking at the keyboard. The worksheets we got in typing class were hilarious. They were like, before you type, set up your workstation. You need to like sit straight up and have like a wrist rest, and then you need to have one leg raised on a box. Like, put a box beneath your workstation. And like, I had all these other things. Like, support your back, and now I basically like sit like a gremlin. With like cats all over me. I like twist the wrong way. And I'm like, why is my back hurting? I don't know why a box. They like raise one foot on the box. I still don't know why. Our instructor just looked at it. It's like, yeah, this is a little excessive, but like, keep good posture. Like playing piano. You don't even raise your foot up when you're playing piano though. Like, it's on pedals. There's that one, basically a heart attack from your lung. Pulmonary embolism. That's something that artists are at risk for. So basically, you'll get a clot and your legs that gets stuck in your lungs, and it can kill you. And it's like from sitting still for too long, not moving. I should probably move more. Like, you only have to worry about it if you're like older than 35. I think. I should get like a little cycling thing to like put beneath my desk so I can bicycle and draw at the same time. Although I keep my tablet on my lap, that might not go so well. Cycling to power your computer. There we go. Man, that would be really tough. A plushie stand for my tablet? Guess I could. I mean, I'd have to move my keyboard.
Hey, excuse me, can we... Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart? Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart? Excuse me, can we borrow that cart? Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart? Hey, excuse me, can we borrow that cart?
Yee.
How much for the cart?
She said it was not for sale, even if it should be.
Fight! 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 Try bargaining. Get a price. Any price.
Hey! Alright, so we'll do the background layers on another stream. But we got through most of it, like 95% of this scene. This is good to go. So let's go fill out the sheet. I think computers draw too many watts for you to be able to physically pedal to power them anyway. Oh, we're off the hook, listener. We don't need no exercise. I should probably exercise more. Eesh, I gotta get back into playing Beat Paper. It was good for me. anyway, I think this is a good stopping point for tonight. Next time we'll get started on either another 2D portion or some 3D animation with this thing. Should be good. Diets and repulsive power supply. They vary. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you for keeping me company. It's been fun. I will see you tomorrow or the day after. Bye. Can't find the end button. Bye.